Hello and welcome to News 9. I'm Nishchita, and first up, a major forest fire in the Sheshachalam ranges has burnt down rich and rare fauna and flora in thousands of hectares of forest land. Firefighters and forest staff were toiling hard to bring the fire under control even as the rampaging inferno spread to other parts of the forest. 3 teams of the fire service personnel numbering around 50 and several forest staff were involved in the firefighting operations. The forest fire broke out at Kakulakonda near the TTD sandalwood plantations on Tirumala, just 3 kilometers from Tirumala temple. It was noticed in the early hours of Tuesday by locals who informed the TTD officials. By evening, the fire spread over a vast area of the forest, razing to ground whatever came its way. By 3 p.m., the fire burnt down around 1,000 hectares of forest. The flames rose to heights of 50 meters and thick smoke engulfed the entire area, making it difficult to take up firefighting. The firefighters were helpless as the fire occurred deep inside the forest, which was both almost impregnable to forest officials and inaccessible to fire tenders. Armed with live tree branches, the firefighters and forest staff cleared the dirty leaves covered in front of the path of the fire in a bid to stop it from spreading. Officials said the sparks from the fire flew high into the air and fell almost 2 kilometers away from the Kakulakonda and started a fire there also. Fire started near Papanasanam stretch also, and the firefighters had a tough time in reaching the second spot. Well, these were the scenes witnessed in the Sheshachalam ranges in Andhra Pradesh as rich flora and fauna were destroyed in a forest fire that broke out. The reason behind the forest fire is not known. It was after locals noticed the fire that the fire tenders as well as forest officials rushed in. But within a few hours, close to 1,000 hectares of forest was completely destroyed. And as this fire was spreading vertically as well, the flames rose close to 50 meters, thereby the sparks flying off almost 2 kilometers away from the first spot, causing satellite fires in several other spots. It was a tough task for the fire department officials to carry their fire tenders all the way into the forests and douse the flames. My colleague Verghese joins us with more details on this. Well, Verghese, what more can you tell us?
Well, this fire occurred within the sandalwood plantations at Tirumala, and it later spread into the area where it has covered, in fact, destroyed thousands of hectares of forest land. And the problem, Nishchita, is that these were, in fact, some of those recognized places for rare species of plants, and there was a lot of rare fauna in that place also. So it is quite shocking that this fire has been able to spread so quickly, and because it is at the beginning of summer, the problem was that a lot of these dry wood and dry leaves were there on the forest floor that was letting the forest fire to, in fact, become a huge phenomenon. And there are 3 teams of firefighters in the area, and now what they're trying to do is they're trying to dig trenches in these areas so that the fire can be deliberately stopped at some point. But one of the challenges they are facing is that there is heaps of dried leaves on the ground, and this is what is letting the fire spread without control. And at present, they are trying their best to, in fact, also put water and into the trenches so that they can stop the fire. But the wind is not in their favor, and it is carrying the flames further interior into the forest regions, Nishita.
But and also, do we know the reason behind the fire? If the reason is not established, there is a very good possibility that this could happen again.
Well, it could. Most of them say that it is because of the summer heat this could have occurred, but they are not ruling out the fact that a controlled fire within the plantation must have got out of control. They are not. They are also looking at that possibility also. In fact, at present, some of them are looking at chemical concoctions other than the water to rely on to stop the fire. They are looking at carbon-based chemical concoctions that can help in reducing the fire that has been blazing through. In fact, they're spraying at a lot of these trees and on the forest floor to ensure that they are able to reduce the fire, Nishita. But it's an uphill task because in some areas the fire is at around 50 meters. And height, and there is also thick smoke engulfing, which is in fact preventing a lot of firefighters from going inside to fight the fire. A lot of visibility problems have also emerged because of this, and they are trying hard to try to control it, but it is very difficult for them at present because the visibility problem is also quite there, and there's thick black smokes, and their visibility has been shut down, Nishita.
Right, Varghese. Thank you for joining us with all those details. And moving on now, BJP's Lok Sabha poll candidate B. Shivalingaya has landed himself in trouble ahead of elections. He has been issued a notice by the Election Commission. Now, it's not for luring voters with cash. He has been accused of breaching the poll code of conduct for inaugurating a Modi tea stall in Mandya. Notice has also been issued to BJP District President Honnappa. Well, in fact, this was the Modi tea stall that had been inaugurated by BJP candidate B. Shivalingaya in Mandya, but the Election Commission has not taken too kindly to it. Let's not forget that Narendra Modi's Chai Wala image became famous after a few jibes by Congress leaders, but even as the BJP did not take it too kindly, they decided to capitalize on this Chai Wala image. And even as one of the BJP leaders in Mandya was trying to do just that, the Election Commission has raised objections. Meanwhile, the process of filing of nominations will begin in 127 Lok Sabha constituencies across 16 states, including Karnataka, Rajasthan, Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh. Today, well, in fact, this is as per the poll notification by the Election Commission, while 122 constituencies will go to polls on the 17th of April. 5 segments of the 3 northeastern states of Assam, Tripura and Sikkim will have elections on the 12th of April. The scrutiny will be held on the 27th of March, and the last date for withdrawal of nominations is the 29th of March. The next phase of elections is on the 24th of April, and the notification for 117 seats will be issued on the 29th of March. According to the EC, notifications were issued calling for nominations in 105 seats on 3 consecutive days from March 13th. And meanwhile, Ramya took to Twitter today to announce that she will be filing her nomination on the 24th of March. Change of plans, will be filing for my nomination on the 24th of March, is what Ramya posted on Twitter. Meanwhile, on the other hand, BJP's Anand Kumar, who is the Bangalore South candidate for the Bharatiya Janata Party, also the incumbent MP, is likely to file his nomination from Bengaluru South today, along with PC Mohan, who will file it for Bengaluru Central. A. Krishnappa of JDS will file his nomination from Tumkur, while the scrutiny will be held on the 27th of March. The last date for withdrawal is the 29th.